So while we were cleaning out my grandmother's house, we ran into some Dr. Seuss books.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and this
dangerous media, buddy.
The Dr. Seuss part, not film related, but it got me thinking about like the whole situation with Space Jam 2 and Lola and
Pepe Le Pew.
Right. And I was having a whole argument.
Wait, I didn't see Pepe Le Pew's issue. I saw Lola, but I didn't see...
Pepe's done.
Yeah, Pepe's out of the movie.
He perpetuates rape culture. Okay, Jess? Get out.
This isn't new. Dave Chappelle had a bit about this like 2 decades ago. Before, like, maybe it was the stand-up special he did after season 1 of Chappelle's show. Like, this Dave Chappelle thought Pepe Le Pew was problematic.
Wow, that's saying something.
But that's like it was on. I think it was on Killing Him Softly. I think it was on that one of his earlier ones. It's Skinny Chappelle.
He does a whole bit about.
Yeah. It's a whole thing about how he's like watching cartoons with his that he used to watch as a kid with his nephew. And he's just like, oh yeah, like he recognizes stuff. He's like, oh yeah, this is Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew. You got to watch this thing. You got to do this, and then this kid makes some jokes like, sometimes you just gotta take the pussy, huh? Like, but it's like it is.
I don't even remember Pepe Le Pew and like.
Well, that's it. People also act like he's fucking iconic.
I don't.
It's like he's not.
I remember him.
I remember him. I know who he is, but he's definitely not like Bugs or Elmer or even the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah. Was he in? He was in the first Space Jam, I guess.
Was he? I don't even remember if he was.
Well, yeah, because he's being canceled for a reason.
No. I don't think he was in the. He might have been. I really enjoyed. I really like him. He's not like a memorable.
He wasn't the main player.
No,
like Tweety Bird had a bigger role than he did.
Yeah, Tweety, Taz. They didn't take Lola out though. I know they were saying
Lola's still in. Lola no longer has like
a body.
And she's not a sexy bunny. That I saw.
And wearing a crop top in a basketball. Basically, they're like, we're going to put Lola in a basketball uniform. And people are like, how fucking dare you? I need that fucking sexy rabbit
that
in
I
my
saw,
life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, are you serious? In my children's cartoon, the rabbit needs tits.
Right.
It's like what everyone's upset about.
If that's the case, then Bugs Bunny needs his penis to be out.
Yeah. That's also, there's the insane implication that Lola wearing clothes all the time and Bugs Bunny never wearing clothes is that one of them is absolutely wrong about the scenario. It had to be. One of them is absolutely insanely just like exhibitionist, kind of like perverted, or one of them is just like, I'm wearing clothes because I guess humans are watching this and they gave me tits for some reason. Rabbits don't even have like breasts like that.
But also like everyone's pissed that everyone thinks like there was a fucking petition to take Lola out of this movie as this sexy bunny, but it was just the director who just didn't want her to look like that.
That's what I saw. And then you guys were talking about Pepe Le Pew and I was like, they better not have taken her out of the movie.
There was just mad shit. The whole everything, the Mr. Potato Head, everything, like we kind of missed all that shit.
All of it's stupid because Mr. Potato Head still exists.
Right. But also they didn't take away his gender. They just said Potato Head, and then
but there's a Mrs. Potato Head.
But that's the thing. All they've done is they were like, we have a Mr. Potato Head, we have a Mrs. Potato Head, we have children Potato Heads. What if we call the whole line Potato Head,
just to make it easier for everyone?
No, that potato it needs to be defined by the male in the family. This is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. This isn't.
But they apparently took it back. Now they're still calling it Mr. Potato Head now. The company took it back.
Weird. I don't know. That's strange. The same thing because it does just make sense. It's like we have multiple potato heads.
Yeah, I mean,
let's just call them potato heads.
Yeah.
Like
maybe they shouldn't have like announced it. It should just
they should have just did it.
They should just
nobody would have noticed.
Nobody would have noticed the difference. Now it's like a big deal. The same thing with the Dr. Seuss. Like I scolded my mom yesterday. I felt because.
Weirdly enough,
because I made a joke.
Also, yesterday I got into an argument on Facebook with my old substitute English teacher
about Dr.
Seuss, and I was like, "It's a publisher." Like he was going off. It was like the fucking Seuss estate made this decision.
That's exactly what I mean. I didn't get too deep into it because I was like, "We're still cleaning up my grandmother's house. We're not going to argue about this right now." But like, the first joke I made was because they were just throwing everything out. Like, we weren't going through anything. It was kind of annoying me, but obviously, I mean, what the fuck else we're going to do? I couldn't keep everything. So we were throwing the Dr. Seuss books.
This episode is sponsored by You Store It. You can keep everything.
They were throwing Dr. Seuss books in the garbage, and I just made the joke. I was like, yo, Danielle, keep the racist ones. We could probably sell them for a lot of money. And then my mom was like, they're all racist. And then I scolded her, and I felt bad because you can't see my expression behind the mask. And it kind of, like, I had my finger up like this, but I mean, I was just fucking around. But I don't know. I think it's just taken too seriously. It's the publisher, the family, is the one who was like, yo, these 4 books are trash. It was like made during the war, so they were like racist against Japanese people or some shit like that.
Against, like, it's like depictions and literal words, like things that we would readily acknowledge as slurs that I'm not going to say.
No, same right now.
No,
same right now.
But
I dare you.
I'm not doing this shit.
I'll give you $5. I'll pay you.
I'll give you $5 is where that started before you refracted. We're like, pay. So meaning you were like, 5 is maybe a little bit too steep.
I'll pay you. That's it.
He's bringing out the big bucks.
We'll have the Patreon when we set it up. It'll be to watch you.
It'll be watch you say all the racist things that were mentioned in the Dr. Seuss books. $5 a month on Hold for Everything Patreon to get. What did we say from last week?
I don't know.
We had something set up for our Patreon last week. Oh, the first episode. The first episode that we never released is on our Patreon.
So you get the first episode.
And also me saying everything that was racist in the Dr. Seuss books.
Like what?
Gotta pay for that content, baby.
Damn.